beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can call for the D like a turkey. I run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton over the middle. That's caught by Ross. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Steelers with the 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, J.Conner. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
All right, now, black 30. All day, every day, any day. No.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hatchet, no go!
Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Ready? 230. 57 to Mike. Crunch. No go. 57 to Mike. Go. You ain't doing nothing today.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Jack 16.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Come get some. Come on here. 80 weapons. He don't want it.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels, but it's going to be second down.
It's now second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down. Out. Take 2 of them. Check 37. Check 37. Showing it. Showing it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
We got 3. Hey, Echo. Mike 57. 57's right. I'm coming for you. You mine. 50. 57's Mike. I got you.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
The first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Switch. Alert. 77. Hey, wahoo!
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Show that bench release and go. Slam. Mike 52. Hey, Mike 52.
Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
180. 50 seconds to Mike. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. He's coming. Alert. We got double up, double up. Here we go, here we go.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Conner. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
52's the Hey, exit. 52's the mic. No gain on this defense, no gain. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Exit. 52. Mike 52. Hey, here's
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
He needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's what I do. Nice.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, D.Bush. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They start the drive with Conner. And some room to roam now. And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. J.Conner with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-7. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's up, Lee! It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd and 15 now. Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play, first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Dalton. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check tight. Begin. Hey, alert. 8. Hey. High 7. 52's the mic, boy. 52. Quick touch.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey. Pilot, 64, weak. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Coming this way. Here we go. Watch twist.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. 2nd and 21. From midfield here, Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? you make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Hands up! Lee! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
4th down. Dalton wants to throw. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. And Dalton now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half. And he's got a 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by R.Shazier.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by J.Washington. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. They were looking for Johnson that time.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
On 1st and 10 is Conner, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On second down, it's Conner. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. Black 80.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on fourth.
57. Mike, 57.
They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground, and he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Delta.
Watch Mike. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
57's Mike.
Bravo.
Go. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
No foul. X3. 218, chopper.
57's the mine.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Returnable here from the 38. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Mike 50. He can't hang. He's not going to hit me.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. A gain of 6 there on first.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Passing, it's Dalton. For the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The drive will start with Conner. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which deeper into the secondary.
On the run is Conner, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Middle.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Like 80.
50 seconds to mine. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No.
Alert.
Check three.
You draw quarters.
Alert three.
Right back to Conner here on 1st. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5.
Hey, Alpha.
3 bucks.
Roethlisberger will throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
50.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the twist.
Snicker. Topper.
They'll look to run with Conner. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. V McDonald. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Throw from Dalton, taken in by Eifert. Tyler Eifert, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert, his 1st touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Steelers 17. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Undercrunch. Jim.
Snickers, got spin.
Now Ben going to give this one to Conner. Darquez Denard there to make the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
At the 46-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
So we got man. Check four.
No go! Hey, alert! Black,
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. D.Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pick there.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Dalton gives to Bernard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And Bengals on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Bullock's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check. Crunch.
Easy. Hey, orbit.
57 to Mike.
Keep these 2.
And one down. Hey, the ball. Check 52.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot for Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal press. pressure. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Cincinnati, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.